Hey guys, welcome back to another brand new video. And today we're going to be continuing our limited editions car series. So basically we haven't watched the first 5 episodes of the series. Basically what we're going to be doing is just taking all Driving Empire's limited edition cars. We're going to have 8 per video. I'm going to be explaining the cars to you guys. Like I'm going to tell you when the car made its debut, how you're going to be able to buy the car, and my personal opinion in the car. And I'll also have gameplay of the car in the background for you guys. And if you're considering what limited edition, or what we're taking limited edition as, just anything that you can buy at the dealership. So that just includes car pack cars, game pass cars, actual stock limited edition cars, and stuff like that. So anyways, get yourself comfortable, and without further ado, we're going to hop into entry number 1. Starting off at number 1, we have the McLaren Center GTR. So the McLaren Center GTR made its debut back in for Roblox, and it costed like $5.4 million. And I think it came out maybe in alpha, and it was one of the most ridiculously crazy expensive cars you could buy. And the issue with the car was it was literally terrible performance-wise. It sucked so bad. Like nobody ever really wanted to buy this car unless they were like true McLaren fans. And anyways, at some point the developers said that this car along with the P1 GTR would be going off sale. Just why I actually bought it in the first place. And then at the drop of Driving Empire, this car did go off sale. And lately it got remeshed, and it is one of the fastest cars in the game. So those who don't have it, you really missed out big time. Next up, we have the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. So the CLK GTR was accessible back in for Roblox's Halloween event, and I think it costed about 6,000 pumpkins. I'm not exactly sure what the full price was, but for the most part, this car was moderately easy to obtain because like it only took maybe an hour or so of grind to actually get to, and it is a pretty fun car. I mean, for the most part, it doesn't really perform well, but it has really nice handling, and it is still a car that can go out to the track. It's more of like a casual racer rather than a competitive car, but it is fun to drive. Personally, I enjoy using it, and I'm certain others do because this car is pretty common for the most part in the collectors community. Next up, we have the Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. So this Crown Vic is actually accessible at the moment. All you have to do is really buy the police car game pass. And personally, if you're thinking about buying it, I mean, it's not really a car that's like going out of your way to get, because I mean, even though it looks cool, I mean, it doesn't really have working police lights or anything, so you won't really get any proper role plays in there. But I mean, it is the fun occasional pull out and cruise type of car. And I guess if you have an interest in this car, you can consider it, but it doesn't really do anything that great anymore since like it's no longer a functional police car. Next up, we have the McLaren F1, which is one of my all-time favorite cars. So, McLaren F1 made its original OG debut in Reefer Alpha, and it was there for like $7 million or something like that. I think I remember like when I played back in the day, it was the most expensive car, and it did go off sale. I think it got rematched by the Senna GTR or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what happened to it, but it did come back on sale in Reefer Roblox in the Halloween event, and it costed about 15,000 presents, I think. Or, I mean, not presents, pumpkins. But anyways, this car was actually not that hard to obtain. It just took about 3 to 4 hours to grind to. And it is a fun car for occasional driving. It doesn't really achieve anything that great though with the model and everything, but still just a cool car to have. Next up, we have the Chevy El Camino. So the El Camino is really just, I guess, a very monumental car in the history of V4, and that was for one reason. You can really abuse this back in the Halloween event for like glitching, and you can get unlimited money. But anyways, this car is a really cool car. It's really fast, especially for its age, and it is a fun car to pull out every once in a while because people don't expect it to be as quick as it is. I mean, it's not like breathtakingly quick, but it is still a fun car to occasionally pull pranks and just have in your garage. So if you don't have this, I really feel pity for you. Next up, we have the Koenigsegg 121, which was unfortunately a car I did not manage to pick up. But anyways, this car made its debut at the start of Driving Empire, and for the most part, I think it costed a bit over $9 million, somewhere around that range, maybe 8.9, something like that, or maybe 10. I don't remember the exact full price, but anyways, for the most part, this car, I don't know what really to say about it. I mean, it doesn't really achieve that much in terms of like a hypercar. Like, it doesn't really perform too well. and it just looks wise, it looks so much like the Koenigsegg Agera RS. Like the only main difference is just size. This thing is gargantuan and just a spoiler really. But I mean, unless you're really a true Koenigsegg fan or one-to-one fan, you're not really gonna enjoy this car, and it doesn't really achieve too much um in terms of speciality. But I mean, it is still a fun car to have and maybe just flex on and stuff. But yeah. Next up, we have the Hennessy Venom F5. So the Hennessy Venom F5 made its debut in Wait for Roblox, and I think it's been here maybe since Wait for Alpha. Don't really know how far this car dates back, but out of all the cars that we go on sale, nobody ever expected this to be contender, especially in Driving Empire. Like it just went out of the blue and plain out off sale for no like I don't know. If there's a valid reason behind that, but anyways, this car is just a car that has a special place in my heart because it was my first ever 200 mile per hour hypercar in Wait for Roblox, and I mean, I guess it's an interesting car, and it is actually a really good car for the most part. It is one of the few cars that can go stable at 220 miles per hour. The only real competitor to this is the Chiron, but it is an interesting car. I really regret not keeping this because it is just so much flex and rarity and just looks so nice. Last but not least, we have the Lamborghini Hurricane Super Trofeo. So the Super Trofeo made its debut back in Wait for Roblox along with all the other track cars in the track car update, and really it was I think the cheapest track car, just behind the Aston Martin AMR, whatever it's called, Vantage I think. But anyways, this Hurricane, I mean, I don't think it really achieves that much other than just flex and just, I guess, cruising capability and looks and all. Like that's the only thing it mainly achieves, because like the thing is, many people actually seemingly own this car because it was really cheap and it wasn't that hard to get to, and it also was a pretty cool looking car. I mean, personally, it sucks in performance, so it's not really the greatest car you could use today, but it's more just a cruise car and flex car that you could pull out every now and then. Alright guys, so you have now made it to the end of today's video. So if you haven't already, I would ask if you could please subscribe. We are on our road to 4K subs, and you can also drop a like too. That could actually help the algorithm of this video, so feel free to do that. And it would also be nice if you feel free to join our Discord server, because you know like, to shoot videos like this, I do actually not have all the limited edition cars in game, so sometimes I have to go and ask people if I could board theirs. And if you ever wanted to help the channel, like, you could always join that, and you'll be a great use actually to the well-being of my cause. So other than that, I have nothing much other to say, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.